Okay, I started. All right. Yeah.
Good.
I guess. You started? You live. All right. Let's see what this is saying.
Bada bing, bada bing.
You was live.
Cool.
That's us.
Yeah, expanded. I think we can still see the comments. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. See if we got time today. Can I repage, man? John, next to me. Can you turn that computer a little bit, please?
Turn it where?
Share.
Oh,
What's going on, Facebook? Example family. Tony, John, Dale. Cool.
Turn it where?
Juice is killing. Just let me start off by saying that I'm loving it. I'm putting the word out. She is rocking and rolling. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. All my kiddos killing it. I seen Mo with some fancy moves the other day. Start off by saying that I'm loving it. Ooh. Putting the word out. She is rocking and rolling. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. All my kiddos killing it. Can y'all hear us? Those of you who are already in the can you hear us okay? Can you guys hear us okay? We're using my phone, so I know last time the sound wasn't absolutely amazing. Anybody, somebody, anybody.
Like it, a thumbs up if you can hear us. Yep, thanks.
Big homie always come through for me. All right, appreciate it. We're going to get a couple more minutes just to let a few of y'all get on, just in case we have any questions. I know we got a lot of new families. For some of you new families who never met Miss Aisha, this is my beautiful wife, Aisha, who holds it down for me. She's hanging out with us again today. And that's who's behind the scenes making it happen. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, big homie. We appreciate it. Thanks, Deb. Welcome to the family. Excited to have you guys all on board. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
This will be available for playback.
Yeah, so you guys can, anybody who didn't hop on, they can actually, they can hop back on and back live though too. So, and just replay it. So if you guys got any questions, put them in there too, so we can be able to check off on the questions as well too. But a couple things we wanted to address. One, to all my kids starting off the season, I've been excited seeing y'all's stats or seeing that y'all playing and getting wins. This wasn't in the title, but let me address a couple of things on that first. One, it's just like I said, it's just get my juices back going, seeing y'all playing. When we come out of the summertime, man, and we are dead tired, and it usually take me a little while to. John said he can't hear anything. Is he being funny?
Are you being funny, John?
You can't hear it, John? Can you guys still hear us? Okay.
Remind you, we're on Barry's phone, so.
I don't want to keep going if y'all can't hear us. Can you guys still hear us? John said you can't hear. You can't hear, okay.
That's John's phone then. John, is your phone.
All right, good. So, with that being said, I'm excited for you guys to have a great season. I know we be putting up ball alerts, and that's for exceptional performances on the offense defense. So if you get a double, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 steals, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, you get 20 points and 10 rebounds. We like to promote that because obviously those are the exceptional numbers. And we like to report that as it goes out though too. But I still like to know how my kids are doing. So kids, if you just, I don't care if you have 4 points, you had a rough game, you had, you know what I mean, you contributed, help your team win, you play good defense, still send me that stuff. Let me know how you guys are doing. I know some of you guys, if you have rough games, we're here for you. Like, we want to know how we can help you guys out. We want to know what we can do to push you guys, you girls, to the best of our ability. So if there's anything that you guys are struggling with, you let us know. Or if, like I said, you just had a good game, you're excited to play, or you're trying to communicate, whatever we can do to be there for you, we'll do our best to be there for you though too. But we want to know what's going on. And my freshmen and sophomores and 8th graders that's playing up, and I know some of my boys' parents might clock in. And we do have a boys team. We got an 8th grade boys team, and they are the bomb. But if you guys got any other questions about stuff, just don't hesitate to let us know. We want to know what's going on. So with that being said, like I said, so watching you guys play, you have to look that one up. Watching you guys play has got me like, in mode, like I'm ready to go. I'm revving up. I'm not quite ready to go, but I'm revving up. It's getting me to the point now. We're trying to add somebody, so Isha's looking them up right quick, but getting me ready to get into mood. So again, just excited for the season. And we have our Under Armour meeting coming up real soon here too. So that's going to be that's going to be just big time, just to figure out all the stuff that Under Armour is going to do for you guys going into the season. But so that's Baller Alert. So you guys that see the Baller Alert, that's kind of what that's about. It's a tradition we started a few years back, 2 or 3 years ago, just rewarding exceptional performances. That don't mean that I don't enjoy everything that my kids are doing, all the way across the board, So just wanted to let you guys know that, that's really what that's about. Now, kind of going into some season stuff. If you guys have paid attention, the biggest trip that's coming up on our schedule is the Pennsylvania trip. So that's the biggest, furthest away trip. So I've started on flights. I've started with talking with Southwest. So a couple of things I'm gonna need to know. We took a big group last year. We had 20 in our group and an additional 10 parent group. So it was like 30 and split tickets. So we're gonna get that all on one ticket if we can this year, if possible, or to keep the reservations together so the pricing is good. So we're gonna get ready to book our flights. I'm gonna look one more time on Wednesday to price check again. If it goes lower, they'll reduce the price down. Currently, we're flying from Chicago Midway. We're looking at flight, and we'll type this out for you guys too. Flight 1065, 10:50 in the afternoon. We're not flying out at 5 o'clock in the morning this time, maybe. The 10:50 flight is lower. This price, the lowest right now. It's 10:50 flying out, arriving at 1:40 in Pennsylvania. And so that is the current flight that we're looking at to depart from Midway, flight 1065, and returning on flight 4397, which is a 10:25 p.m. flight, arriving in Chicago at Midway at 11:20 at night. Kids, I still expect y'all to go to school on Monday. I know they laughing at me. Still expect you guys to go to school on Monday. So that flight is currently priced at $261.96 online. I'll see what the group pricing is going to be. Normally it's around $275 or so. We're hoping to get it down even lower. I'm trying to get our flights down as close to $200 as we can. So I'm going to stay on it, and keep trying to hammer it down. With that being said, what I'm going to need to know from you guys, I'm going to need to know who wants to be on the group flight. Now, the group flight, some of you guys will have where the kids will have so many spots that we can take kids with us. We'll let you know how many that is. All right. We'll let you know how many spots we have where we can take the kids without parents, where we'll chaperone. So there's only a certain amount of flights that or spots that we can take for that. We'll let you know how many that is. That's one. Two, we have spots for those families that want to travel, mom, dad, brother, sister, uncle, cousin, your dog, however you want to do it. We need to know if you guys want to be on our pricing or if you want to do your own. You don't have to tell me if you want to do your own. Just tell me if you want to be on ours. Kind of like I put the post up, who has games. I didn't say who doesn't have games, who does have games. So if you want to fly with us, then I'm just going to need you to let us know that you want to fly with us, how many are in your party. So when I do the reservation on Wednesday, I can do a count. So if we need 50 seats on a plane, 40 seats on a plane, I need to know that. So, yeah, that's just something this looks like, the new kid. So what that means is this. With group flights, we have to make a $50 deposit. Now, I anticipate us having more kids than we had last year. So when we make that deposit, it does not go towards the balance of the flight. It only goes to hold those seats. So we make a $50 deposit. So let's say we anticipate having to make that deposit December the 5th. You guys have paid $50 for the deposit. We'll make a deposit that holds all of our seats. Then on March the 13th, the balance will be due of what the flight is. And then they will return. This is the dumbest policy ever. If you guys want to join on board, I'll call Southwest to complain a number of times because we've flown maybe 6 times or so in group flights. And what happens is I have to, by I mean Aisha and myself, we carry the deposit. So when you guys make a deposit, we give them the deposit. It does not go to the balance of the flight. So we make the flight. So if it's 50 of you guys, that means $2,500 deposit is due down, which means we have to carry the deposit. And in carrying the deposit, they'll then return our deposit back to us after, like 10 days after the balance is paid. So you're gonna now, by being a bigger group, pay your own deposit, pay your balance on March 13th, and then when they return the deposit money, we will give you your $50 back instead of me holding us holding $2,500.
Makes sense to me.
And then having to make that payment. She agrees with it. So I did it for the last couple years. I just carried it. I'm not gonna say we're in agreement about it, but we just did it. We're not gonna do that this time. For those of you. So if you have 5 people on your flight, you'll need to put up a $50 deposit for each one of them. You need to pay the balance on March 13th. Once that balance is paid, 7 to 10 days later, they'll give us our deposits back. When you come to practice, we'll give you guys your money back, and then we'll all get on a flight and fly off happily ever after. So that is how the flights will go. So you guys will have.
Let them know that this is high school too.
Yeah. So again, this is for our high schoolers. So if we, just in case we have any of our grade schoolers, parents hop on board. This is always good information for you guys to know for the future as well too. And how that goes. And from our grade schoolers, we'll do a live for you guys. I've been in contact with most of the tournament directors trying to get our scheduling down and trying to get the rest of our practice venue down, trying to get a central location for you guys. So anyway, but so that is how the flights will work this year. That's how we're going to carry those off. Any questions on flights, anything that I maybe missed out on, please type your questions in down here so we can answer any of those questions while we're inside of the flight section. I'm going to take about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes before I fly into our next subject and go from there though too. Let me say this for those of you who want to know about flying, and maybe Aisha wants to touch on this. If you're dropping your kids off to us, a couple rules about that. 2 bags, right? A carry-on.
For the ones that's, go ahead.
You get a carry-on and you get a bag you can check. You do not have to check them, but we'd only allow 2 smaller bags. We stand for the weekend. We're not staying, it's not a 10-day trip. Faith or Corey, if you're watching this, 2 small bags. We know our kids like you are. You're going to have a travel, you're going to have your travel suit. You're going to have your game stuff, which, and you're going to have your gym shoes and those types of things. So you don't need a bunch of stuff. Hotels are close by, the whole 9 yards. So you don't need a bunch of stuff. So this is for Pennsylvania.
Not for
only this is for Pennsylvania. So and then for those
no large suitcase, because if you are staying with us, we don't have that much room if we're doing 15. Oh, if you're staying with us, if you're traveling with us, the girls, we're doing like maybe 2 15-passenger vans, and to have big gigantic suitcase per 15 people, we're not gonna be able to
go.
Yeah.
We're still live.
Yeah,
It look like it's froze. All right. Hopefully
I always still live. Let us thumbs up. We're on Barry's phone. We probably have to switch off. He did say that, but we'll still have it available for our YouTube, playback. We'll continue.
We good?
Yeah, we're good. Thank you for letting us know that. Yeah.
It froze on our screen.
Yeah, I was just refreshing. But just letting you guys know that. Other than that.
You deaf anyway, John. All right, cool. Yep. So that's the bag policy. That's good stuff. And then if you stand with us, I want to remind you girls again, before you make this decision to agree to stay with us, you will have a curfew. You will have a curfew. What that means is this. Your phones will be turned in when it's curfew time. You will turn your phones in. Misha, Jazz, the chaperones that are there will turn your phones in. You have to go to bed, lights out, 8 hours prior to whatever time we gotta get up. So if breakfast is at 8 o'clock in the morning, that means you're gonna count back 8 hours from 8 o'clock. That's what time lights out. 9 hours prior to it is when you have to turn your phones in. So you get an hour to hang out in your room, do whatever, and then you got to be in your room 9 hours prior to. You get an hour to try to unwind with whoever your roommates with, and then they're gonna come back around and make sure that the lights are out. This is a business trip. We're gonna enjoy each other, but we're gonna go to bed at night. Yep. That's something we'll address in the parent meeting.
Okay.
Just want to make sure. So before you guys commit to staying with us, if mom and dad let you stay up a little later on game